We are less than a week away from the start of the regular season. But unfortunately, the Knicks are already dealing with injuries to multiple players. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. This episode is presented by FanDuel. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new content. And now, let's get started. Multiple Knick players injured. You cannot make this up. Yesterday, Malcolm Brogdon announces his retirement. And now today, 4 key players from the Knicks were either limited in practice or did not practice due to injury. Let's see exactly what's going on. Shout out to NBA Insider with SNY, Ian Bagley, for giving us this following update and information. According to him, Mike Brown ideally would use the Knicks' final preseason game tomorrow as a dress rehearsal for the regular season. According to Mike Brown exactly, we'd like to play our guys as close to normal rotation and minutes per game as possible. But again, I'm not sure who's going to play tomorrow. And here's why. The status of Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, Karl-Anthony Towns, and OG Anunoby are all uncertain for tomorrow's game. Anunoby tweaked his ankle in practice on Wednesday. The Knicks said that Robinson hasn't practiced in the last 2 days, not because of injury, but because of load management. And Karl-Anthony Towns, he has a right quad strain, and he was limited to individual work during Thursday's practice. Unbelievable. I cannot believe what's going on right now. Here's an easier way to break it down, to break down exactly what just happened. The Knicks injury report. Josh Hart, back spasms, illness. He was limited in practice to individual work. Mitchell Robinson, load management. He did not practice. OG Anunoby, he tweaked his left ankle that he suffered during practice on Wednesday, and now he's day-to-day. Karl-Anthony Towns, he suffered a quad strain, and he was doing individual work today during practice. Opening night is less than a week away. Shout out to NBA Insider Steve Popper with Newsday for giving us this following update as well. According to him, all 4 players are listed as day-to-day. If I had to guess, tomorrow would not be the day. But the Knicks are not saying never. They're not saying they're ruled out. So as of right now, they're still considered day-to-day. And for tomorrow's game, I guess they would be considered a game-time decision. If you asked me before the season started what I did not want, this is what I did not want. I did not want any injuries. Out of all the things that could possibly happen to this team over the past 24 hours, this has to happen. Malcolm Brogdon retires. So now the Knicks are rushing, trying to figure out what they're going to do with the roster. On top of that, we can't even have the final preseason game that we want because some of the starters that we want to put in the game, they may not even be available due to injury. OG Anunoby and Karl-Anthony Towns specifically. I had no idea those players were even injured. Now we're learning about it. They're day-to-day. They may not play tomorrow. The only silver lining here is that these injuries do not seem to be severe. But that's really the only thing that we can look at. The only positive, if you will. Everything other than that, that's not what you want to see. Now, of course, next man up mentality. When somebody else is out or they're injured, what do you have to do as a team? You look at the bench and you bring other players in that can step up and grab that opportunity. Players like Tyler Kolek, players like Mohamed Diawara, players like Kevin McCullough Jr., players like Ariel Hukporti. These are the players that are going to benefit from these injuries. However, even though that's more of the positives, you never want to deal with any type of injuries heading into a season like this. This is our championship season. This year is our year. So we don't want any issues, any injuries, or any chemistry problems. But unfortunately, to start off this year, we're already dealing with that. When Mike Brown was speaking to the media today, he basically stated that Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson, because of the way the New York Knicks are going to handle them throughout the season, their chemistry with the team is going to take some time to click. Shout out to James L. Edwards with The Athletic for giving us this following information. According to him, Mike Brown said he thinks it'll take a little bit longer for the Knicks to click with Hart being out and Robinson being managed. He added that Hart is such a big part of the team and he's missed, but called him smart and he'll be able to pick it up. Also, Brown said the following on how Malcolm Brogdon being gone impacts the rotation. And according to him, next man up has to step up. We feel like we have a deep roster. Even though it may take a little bit longer for Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson to click with this Knicks team in the way that Mike Brown wants, the good thing about those two, they have been part of this team for a while and they know this roster inside and out. So that's the good part here. Once they understand Mike Brown and his new system, they're going to be able to contribute right away. And that's important for this Knicks team trying to go after an NBA championship. And this Knicks team, if they want to get there, there are a couple things that need to happen. Number one, they need to stay healthy. Number two, they need to utilize and develop the bench. But number three, and likely the most important thing, they need to play together as a team. And that's why the chemistry factor here, it matters more than anything else. Right now, New York is focused on getting the right team together for this regular season. And shout out the channel sponsor FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, for giving us this updated information and these latest odds on which team is going to have 60-plus regular season wins. OKC is on top at -280. So they're the overwhelming favorites to have 60-plus wins. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they're at +154. So even though Vegas slightly doesn't favor them, it's only slightly. Then you have the New York Knicks at +370. It's not really a long shot for the Knicks, but Vegas isn't buying it. That means New York is going to have to prove it. They're also tied with the Denver Nuggets, who are also going to have to prove it. They're at +370 as well. Then you have the Houston Rockets. They're at +550. Then the Orlando Magic rounding out this list at +580. These odds are great, and these win totals, they're amazing, but they're not going to mean anything, and we're never going to reach them if we do not have a healthy roster. I'm not sure what's going on in practice, but I do not like seeing our guys injured before the start of the regular season, especially Karl-Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart. Josh Hart has been dealing with this back issue, back spasms, illness for the better part of a week now, and we haven't seen him. He's been doing this individual work. We still have not seen anything from him. I hope he's okay. I hope there's no lingering issues, and I hope once we start the regular season, he'll be able to play without any complications. Because as Mike Brown said, especially this season where he's not going to start, he's going to come off the bench. Off the bench, Josh Hart, he's going to have a very important role, and we're going to need him to be impactful in that role. The only way for him to really do that is to be fully healthy. Now, maybe he's never going to be fully healthy throughout the season because he's still going to have to deal with that finger injury throughout the rest of the season until he can wait till the offseason to get surgery or whatever procedure he needs to get on it. But that's a long ways away, and we're going to have to wait for Josh Hart to get there. And as of right now, it sounds like he's dealing with multiple things. But as I said to start off the show, none of these injuries sound serious or severe, and that's the only positive that we can take out of this. Other than that, it's not great news. It can never be great news when multiple Knicks players are on the injury report. Hopefully, we get more clarity on their status for tomorrow's game once we get closer to game time tomorrow night. But as of right now, these are the updates that we have. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks and all of these players on the injury report? Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Karl-Anthony Towns. Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.